We're on number 4. And what are we doing? We're doing an interesting story, which is, can I be safe enough? Which is obviously a question for all of you. It's not only me. Can you be safe enough? Which is a really interesting drama relative to addiction and trauma, which is that, do you deserve to be safe enough? Can you deserve, not do you deserve, can you allow yourself to deserve to be safe enough? Because the repetition compulsion, the endless compulsion to keep repeating the trauma is where we keep the trauma alive. A lot of us are walking around with a very live trauma body, looking to be triggered, actively looking to be triggered. So therefore we're never unsafe. We don't allow ourselves to be safe enough. So the mat is an extraordinary space where you can potentially experience yourself as safe enough, which can be a very interesting experience. And then of course the invitation is, can you get on the mat for yourself? Can you allow yourself in the resetting of the vagus nerve to become safe enough? That's really the question. I spent the last week teaching the Mastering the Addictive Personality Training workshop week. Every day we were talking about this whole thing about safety, looking at any addictive behavior, any addictive tendency when it's involving any kind of suffering is generally a safety mechanism. So one is constantly repeating safety mechanisms, acting out. So can you be safe enough? And enough is a really interesting word, because the truth is you can never be totally safe. I hate to tell you that. If you constantly think that you're endlessly looking for safety, then you're endlessly in a child state. It's a big conversation. There are lots of therapeutic concepts just thrown up in the air at the beginning of a yoga class, but let's play with, can you be safe enough? Can you deserve to be safe enough? So that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to look at. We're going to start with the pranayama series, and then we're going to do a really interesting warm-up, and then we're going to do anxiety and depression versus conscious clarity. So can you be safe enough is a kind of conscious clarity. So the series looks at releasing the vagus nerve to create a sense of stillness. And then it has one of my favorite breaths at the end. So that's what we're going to do at the end. Start with the breath, end with the breath, because to me, the breath is the most magnificent way to get into the body. So beautiful, people. Interlock your hands, pull your hands apart, make your arms vibrate. Keep breathing. Raise your chest, keep breathing. Raise your chin, keep breathing. Your armpits come up, your elbows rise, your arms straighten at the top. You take a long, deep inhale, everything changes. Hold the breath. Turn as far as you can to one side, including your head, and exhale. Come back to the center, inhale. Hold that breath. Turn as far as you can to the other side, including your head, and exhale. Bring your hands down. And take a moment, maybe hands either in prayer pose or crossed on your chest. And if your eyes weren't already closed, perhaps they can close. So just noticing, already perhaps you're more still. Inhale. Hold the breath and squeeze. Anus, sexual organs and belly. Flare the ribs, tighten under the ribs. Tighten the neck, drop the chin. These are the body locks. They are important. Long, deep exhale. Holding the breath out, squeezing anus, sexual organs and belly, flare the ribs, tighten under the ribs, tighten the neck, drop the chin, long, deep inhale. Holding the breath, pulling the locks. Deep exhale, holding the breath out, squeezing anus, sexual organs and belly, flare the ribs, tighten under the ribs, tighten the neck, drop the chin, and I think we're on the exhale, inhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, bow forward to whatever you relate to as an internal divine source or force. Inhaling up, bowing forward to whatever you relate to on the external as a source or force. Inhaling up, bowing forward to these endless and relentless challenges in extraordinary times. And here we are back on the mat, which is a really great place to be. So